And I often ask this question when I'm speaking around the country, anywhere. I said, anybody here familiar with the local law with respect to the amount of life insurance that each adult Canadian or American is required to own here in this jurisdiction? Anybody familiar with the law that requires and how much insurance you're required to own? Anybody? And I get this puzzled look on people's faces like, I think Ruta's blown a gasket. There is no rule about this at all. And I said, well, you're right. There is no rule. So here's the thing. We've been talking about a capital needs analysis for a very long time. In fact, I helped put together one back in the early 80s at the Mutual Life of Canada, the great old company that I first started this business in. And I'll tell you something. We had a needs analysis, but it really turns out to be a wants analysis. Because you don't need to have any life insurance. You don't need to have any disability insurance, any critical illness, long-term care. Nothing we sell you are obliged to own. So there's no technical need. How much car insurance do you have to have in this province? Well, there's a law. You have to have $1 million of this. You have of liability insurance. There's rules about that. There are no rules about life insurance. That means you don't have to. And if you don't have to, you don't technically need any. So it's all about what you want. And in fact, I think it's a fair bet to tell people that nobody in this country, in many countries really, have to live under a bridge in a cardboard box. Nobody. People still choose to do that. And of course, in this country, and in any country, frankly, the definition of poverty tends to be a single woman with children, which is the saddest thing ever. Right? And that's because somebody didn't want to take care of their family. So I look at the wants thing as the real deal, because I say, look, Tessa, I don't need any insurance. You're right. You don't need any. You need nothing. Nothing. The question is, what do you want? Do you want your family to continue to live in the lifestyle, in the world that you have created for them? Because, by the way, if you do, I can help you. If it doesn't matter, you're doing just fine the way it is. And as my pal Ted Wernham said one day at the Canada Sales Congress, he said there are way more doubters out there about this stuff than there are believers. He said, find the believers and forget the doubters. That's the nature of prospecting. That's the nature of prospecting. Eliminating the doubters to reveal the believers. That's the thing. You can't make them want to. So find people who have wants. Man, those needs will show up. You'll be able to do it.